I always wondered what it's like living next to a truck stop, and here you go, I guess. When they built these here, I was wondering what the heck is going on. You know? That can't be too nice some days. Just checking on the load. Oh, I had a something stuck in the tire there. Anytime you're walking around checking your tires, look for stuff stuck in them there. Make sure it's not just rocks. What is that? Nothing. Okay, that's good. Where did it go? I had something in here, but now I got this thing. That is something, but it's not leaking. See, I got no other holes here, so that's not supposed to be there. Don't start putting your fingers where they don't belong there, mister. Everything's looking good. Another day. It's a new day. We made it to another one, so that's good. Heading back to the beach. Almost done here. There we go. Just like that. And then you give them a little honk and say thank you. Off to the next. Actually, what we do first is we just go and make sure there's nothing left on the deck. Like this stuff that could fly off, right? Always double check. There's all sorts of stuff that gets in these rails. Not much you can do to get it out. But I just get stuff like this. Any little chunks of wood. Seems to be okay. Sounds like we're getting some big plate. So yeah, that's a good thing. Is that we are turning and burning. So that's pretty good. Needs a wash. And to tighten. I think some of these bolts are coming loose here. Oh boy, it's always something. The rains are a-coming. Ooh, easy now. That'd be pretty cool to haul some freight in, hey? Got a hot shot. Oh, let's just take the helicopter. Another one over there. Must be getting some fuel delivered. Yeah. That's a big sucker. Oh, look at that thing. Wow. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool here too. Nice. Nice, nice. Looking good. Here's what we got. 3 plates. Just a little, fellas. That's all we got. Just a little, fellas. 3 plates. A total of 53,000 pounds. So divide that by 3 and then you'll kind of get an idea of how much they weigh. Of course, these bottom ones are a little not quite as stout as this fella. That fella alone, I think, is 22,000 pounds all by himself. Ooh, that would hurt getting that on you. What do we got going on here? We got tires fine, I guess. Looks a little low, doesn't it? Huh. Or is it just gonna... That's what happens when you see him on in my way to make a turn. And it digs in there and it bends. And that's why you'd never really want to turn really sharp on these tires if you don't have to. Nobody thinks of that when they build places. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do just to get it in there. And you can see the marks behind it. This one's folding over and it's leaving tire tread marks. So it's not always that good for it. And I'm not even turning that sharp. Huh. That's it. That's it. That's all. Pretty simple. Good fuel mileage. No wind resistance. Hey? No wind resistance. Let's go take a look where the... I think I saw this stuff is made in Japan. So Japan takes their lumber and we take their steel. I think that's a match made in heaven. Cool, cool. Let's get going.
Say that again. 117 should be back in the yard now, though. Hopefully, yeah, I'm not sure. No, it's not.
Well, we're in an accident scene here. On a steep incline, or a hill here. You kind of wonder, and they crashed at the top. So we're gonna see what happened here, if we can see anything at all. Oh, come on. Yeah, lift this guy in. This is called the Messiter Hill. It's pretty steep on both sides. If you got any kind of load on, it slows you down. Now you're definitely not cresting that hill at highway speeds, that's for sure. So stranger things have happened. I've seen lots of weird crashes. Going uphill, guys will crash going uphill doing like 10 kilometers an hour.
Proceed to Black TMC, I'll send. Copy that, thank you. Sending. Copy.
So unless the guy had a, or girls crash too. So unless the person had a heart attack and put her in the weeds there, I don't know. It's just speculation as to what happened here. So hopefully we can see some skid marks.
Better not, I guess. Pull in for a minute.
Keep her on the road there, buddy. He was getting a little close to the curb there. Slow down there, lumber guy. Everybody's going slow down the hill there. Hold up! Hold up! Pull the reins! Pull the reins!
Yeah, you got lots of room.
Well, let's look at the skid marks, if anything. Right into the side of the old rock wall there. Just not paying attention. Yeah, that's all it was. Just drove into the side. Must have been on the phone or something because he's coming uphill. Unbelievable. Well, if you're going to tell everybody what happened, you better come up with a good story. Better than I just kind of wasn't paying attention and I sideswiped a mountain. You know, I shouldn't be talking like that. You never know the situation. You know, a person can have a heart attack going uphill or something and then veer into the rock face and get caught in the little ditch there. I shouldn't assume. So it reminds me of this one accident that I saw. And actually, I believe it was before I had children. And it kind of stuck in my head how important child seats are, and the child seats are installed right, and the seat belts. So our kids always were, their child seats were always installed right. We actually had a minivan. Best thing going if you're a family. I tell you what, who cares what you look like? It's all about function. Anyway, had built-in seats in the seats, had child seats, so that was pretty awesome. But anyway, I was in a cab over. It was in Calgary, and I was doing it. You know what? I should draw this up for you. I haven't done a sketch in a long time. Hang tight. Okay. Can you see that? Okay. So I was in Calgary. So this is a cab over. See, it says cab over. And they're usually just a brick, nice and square. And I was hauling a flat deck. And I think I just delivered some cement pipe up here somewhere in northwest Calgary. And I was waiting. This is all traffic going this way. I think this is on Crowchild Trail, up by the Saddle Dome. Or not the Saddle Dome, the football place there. What's the football place? Anyway, McMahon Stadium. Waiting to turn. Traffic's flowing like this. This car here, that's a car, believe it or not. I know it doesn't look like it, but that's a car. was traveling this way, and the typical T-bone. So this vehicle came from here this way. This vehicle hit this vehicle, and this is upside down. It was like a Ford Expedition or a Ford Exploder or something like that. Hit it, and this car ended up here. This car, the Ford, had stopped just as that was hitting it, because it realized what it was doing. Flipped it around, spun it around, and it was on its roof, and it came to rest. So this hit right about here, okay? That hit the roof, spun around, got on its roof, and it spun around to this point here. And this car veered off down here, disabled, of course. And I'm sitting here in the driver's seat, head out the window, and I saw the whole thing, and I'm like, ah. And in an instant, you're kind of like, ah. And I hate to say it, but I'm like, I remember thinking, I should go. I got stuff to do, right? There's other people around, but I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for somebody to go do something. And nobody's doing nothing, right? This car is upside down, okay? This car is here. There's people here that all stop, people here all stop, people behind me. There's people here waiting to go. There's cars all right here. Nobody's moving. Not one person got out of their vehicle. So then I climbed down. And as soon as I got to this point to go check on here, I heard a kid screaming. Well, now you're like, holy cow, okay, we're getting real. So then I go racing to the back seat. All the windows are smashed out. And it's upside down, okay? I look in the driver's seat. I don't see anybody in the driver's seat. I go to the passenger window. And I'll never forget it in my life. There's this little gaffer hanging upside down. His arms are like this, screaming in his car seat, hanging upside down. Right at that moment, I'm like, hey man, them car seats, like when they're installed right, it's perfect. But then I'm like, where the hell's this woman? Where's the driver? Well, of course, I think she was the nanny. She was panicking. So I'm up there, and I'm reaching in trying to help get this little guy, check and make sure he's not bleeding or nothing, make sure his head's okay. Going slow. Well, shit, I don't know where she came from. She might have been stuck between the seats. I never saw her in my initial look, right? I was more looking for the kid. She comes flying out of nowhere into the back seat, like scooching, right? Because it's upside down. And she's wearing shorts or something. She didn't have any. And I'm like, careful, lady. Like, there's glass everywhere, all over, right? And she just didn't care. She wanted that kid out of there. And I think it was just a shock thing, right? So I slowed her down a little bit. I helped her get the little kid out, right? And I said, I'll take him. She goes, no, I'm taking him. I'm like, okay. Are you okay? And she goes, I'm fine. So then I take him and I just say, okay, just stay there for a second. I put him in her lap, and then she's trying to move. I said, don't move. There's glass everywhere. You're going to get cut, you're going to get extra hurt. There's no fuel leaking anywhere, right? So, and then I just grabbed her, lifted her like this, and I said, just go plank, like hold yourself still, right? And then I just pulled her out like this, and then walked her over to here. And she sat here with the baby, and all she was doing was this. What happened? Did anybody see what happened? I don't know what happened. What was going on? So I'm just like, oh, geez. And by this time now, people have come out and thrown a blanket on her, and, I think one guy gave her a shoe. She was missing shoes and stuff like that. So the good thing was the baby was good. Checked him all out. I had like first aid or something. You just, I don't know what I'm doing, but just make sure no bones are sticking out of the arm or anything, right? Little guy was good. He wasn't, I'm pretty sure he's a guy. I don't know. He was a kid. I don't know. You never know when they got them newborn haircuts. It wasn't a newborn. He was a toddler. So he was about 1, I think. Something like that. And, yeah. But you can tell he was good because he wasn't crying anymore. And he was just like shocked at what's going on. And just like she was. She was really shocked. So hopefully they're okay. They seemed fine when I left them. She didn't have nothing sticking out left and right. She had no blood, no bumps, no bruises, just pure shock. I think she had her belt on, and then I think she just, as soon as that hit, just instinct, right? That belt was off. She was looking for the kid, right? So it just blew me away, though. It's just one of those that you're just kind of like, holy cow, right in front of you, like everybody, not everybody has a story like that, but when you're out on these roads all the time, you kind of see a lot of stuff, right? So. And, I've seen a lot of skid marks in my time and a lot of aftermaths, and you can kind of tell what happened. The forensics of the accident, if you want to say. By, you've seen so many that you can kind of tell what happened, right? So, anyway. Yeah, that take me back, man. That was, and then I just hopped in the truck, drove away. The ambulance wasn't there yet, but she had a bunch of people around her, and one of them I think was an off-duty nurse. But yeah, crazy. All right, that's enough of boring you. Let's get to work. Actually, I'm going to bed. See you tomorrow. Just like that. I just caught the back end of them there. You can see how the pipe comes in the containers from overseas. All stacked in there. Fancy like. Huh. Yeah, that's what I'm loading. I'm loading some pipe here. Just waiting in line. We're at some places to load, and they won't even let us get on our truck to show them where to load. We're not even allowed to step on the deck of the trailer. And this son of a gun, he's climbing all over this stuff, up and down and all around, left and right. Sometimes you can't. I don't know how else he would do it to get that pipe shipped. It would definitely cost more to be safe here, that's for darn sure. Huh. Tough part is getting the weights right, too. Let alone, guy's taking his life into his hands the whole time he's loading here. Jeez. Huh. How else can you do it? How else can you load that much pipe, all different sizes, tiered up, to go? Well, the safe way is going back to pyramiding, but for some reason they're all getting away from pyramiding. I don't know why. I personally prefer pyramided pipe more than this, but when you got different sizes, it's a little tough too, but I think this is a little extreme. Uh-oh, what's my adventure gonna look like? Oh. Another beauty day. Bam. There's what we got. I guess that's how you prevent yourself from going 8 stories tall, right? Luckily these are only 30 footers, so hang over the front a bit. They got You can see where I got the straps over each tier. I got a couple straps, and then over the top tiers we got more. And we got some little guys up there. 4 left up there. And we're hanging off back here. Looks pretty good. That'll run really nice. Nice even load. The fellow wasn't 14 feet tall. So felt better, looked safer, runs safer. Should be okay. Now if we can just get a truck driver that knows what the hell he's doing to hold this thing. Always a comedian. Alright. We're off on another adventure. Thank you for watching again. Hopefully everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see where this leads next week. Hey, we're taking off again, so take care. Bye for now. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's get all cleaned up here. What? Come on. That's it? Holy cheap, like, come on. How do I do this now? You go like this, wash like this. How do you do it? Do it like this, wash like this. Come on now. Bull crappy. How can we wedge this thing in there? I will not be defeated. How do you even get any lather going? I don't know what the hell. What a bunch of baloney. Well, I guess that's what it's going to be, you know, if water, any more droughts, we'll be rationing the water like this. Come on. I just want to wash my face. Good as new.